Okay, guys, so welcome to the Central Oregon or Selling Central Oregon live market update. This is the only live market update here in Central Oregon at this time. We're going to be going over what's been going on here in the Central Oregon real estate market, what the average prices are, what things are selling for in all of our lovely little towns here in the Tri-County area. So we're going to be covering Deschutes, Crook, and Jefferson County and going through every single town. We got Bend, Redmond, Madras, Sisters, Terrebonne, Prineville, and Lapine, so that if you are in the Central Oregon area, you know exactly what you should expect or what the averages are that are going on. And as we're coming into the end of June, we're looking at, or coming into the end of May, looking at the beginning of June, we are starting to see a lot more activity in the Central Oregon market. Right now, the average time on market, just in general, is sitting underneath 2 weeks, but we are seeing some homes that are still hanging out there. And it's not as easy as it was a couple years ago, but we have higher interest rates, but that isn't preventing people from buying and selling homes. It's been a great beginning of the selling season, and I think that if you're looking to get into this market, you're going to absolutely you're going to make a killing. You really are. Prices are still up year over year. Inventory isn't super heavy at this time, and you're just going to see a lot of benefit if you are looking to sell. If you're looking at buying, you still have the ability to negotiate a little bit further, but you don't have kind of the strength that you had a couple months ago. So we're going to jump into it, and I think that you guys are going to like what you're seeing. So right off the bat, we're going to start off with just general Central Oregon, and Central Oregon is looking very solid. So we had, just in this last week, overall, we had 259 new listings come to market, which is a ton of new inventory, and this is around the Tri-County area. Don't forget, this is Deschutes, Crook, and Jefferson County. And right now, if you're looking to sell, the average home is just about 2,075 square feet. It's just over 3 bed, it's just over 2.5 bath, and the average list price to sold price per square foot is just over $400 a foot. Median sold price, which is sitting at $619,900, or actually the median sold price is $600,000 while the average is $805,000. The reason being is if you look down at the high value, there was an $8 million home that sold this last week, which good for those sellers, but that does bring that average quite a bit up. That's why a lot of the time we're operating off of those medians, because if we remember statistics class in high school, median is the most common home, or the most common number that showed up in the data set. So that $600,000 is kind of what we're seeing across the Central Oregon area. And each town is going to have different numbers, as we'll see when we get out to Madras, things are lower, and obviously when we're in Bend, those prices are much higher. But with 259 new homes coming into the Central Oregon area, we are seeing a ton of new inventory. So we're going to work our way from Bend all the way out to Sisters throughout this show, and I think that you guys are going to learn something and see what's going on in your neck of the woods. So right off the bat, these are the closed statistics for Bend. Bend over the last week had 112 new homes come onto the market, and you'll see that the average closed for these is $863,000. Bend is sitting at $423 per square foot on their close price, and homes are selling for 99% of their list price. Median is just under $700,000, and as you'll see, the highest priced home was just under $4 million. And this is based off of 42 listings that closed in the last 7 days in Bend. So we had 112 new properties come on, we had 42 close, and we had several homes go pending as well. So the Bend market is very active. So if you're looking to purchase in Bend, it depends on where you're looking at. Obviously, we're seeing some higher end homes that are selling, but we are seeing homes right around that $700,000 mark on average. So the Bend market still rolling forward. It is our largest, city in the area. So we are seeing about 1% or a little bit less, 0.01% of homes going on the market per week. As we come over to Redmond, we'll see a substantial decrease in average price. The average price went down from the mid 800s to 607,000 with a median of 575. And we're looking at a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,000 square foot home for that. And we are also seeing that in terms of median price, or in terms of list to sale price, we are at 97.46%. So there is a little bit more negotiation that's going on in the Redmond area. Buyers have a little bit more strength here. The high-priced home was at $1.35 million and was at $559 a square foot, but we're sitting right around that $300 a foot in the Redmond area. And this is based on the 19 homes that closed in the last week. As we jump on out to Prineville, Prineville is looking at a median home sale price of $317,000. Average was $267,88. It's because there's a $50,000 piece for that sold, and then the high was at $474. So Prineville is significantly more affordable than Bend and Redmond. You can see why it's one of the faster growing towns in the area, and as there are more job opportunities going out there, we will see more equity gain. So if you're looking to get into the Central Oregon market without breaking the bank, Prineville is a good spot to be, especially if you're starting to work in those construction areas with all the data centers that are going in. Prineville's a nice spot, and you are seeing a little bit more negotiation on average, but that median is very close to 100%. And as we see, we had 7 homes close out there just due to a smaller population. You're going to get a smaller amount of homes because only 13 homes came available in the Prineville area. And next up, we're going to jump into Lapine. Lapine, we had a median sale of $460.25 and an average home sale price of $440. In Lapine, we also had 23 new listings come on to the market, and we had 6 close in this last week. Days on market in Prineville, we're sitting around 36 days. And there's some land that sold at $29,000. The high was $930. So there is some luxury stuff that's going on out there, but we will see those average priced homes in the Prineville area. Prineville really has been blowing up in terms of price just because it's Lapine is blown up in terms of price just because it's a beautiful area. There's great recreation out there, and it's fairly private. You can do what you want to do, and just being nestled down in those pine trees is just a real treat for most people. After this, we're going to jump out into Terrebonne, getting towards the north side of Deschutes County, south side of Jefferson. We only had 5 new listings out in the Terrebonne area, but we had 3 close this week with an average of $666,999, and there's a lot more negotiation going on out here. You can see that homes are going for about 7.25% less than list price. So when you're dealing with Terrebonne, you're going to be looking at a lot more acreage. A lot of stuff's going on out in Crooked River Ranch. I think that makes up the majority of homes that are selling out there. But when you get into these higher price homes, you're looking at Ranch of the Canyons, also some of the larger farm area. That's why you see 1.03 versus the low of 275, which is going to be a manufactured home. But the Terrebonne area, as you can see, average, we're just underneath $700,000. So just like the rest of Central Oregon, things are going very well out there. In Madras, we had 12 new homes come on the market. We only had 1 property close over the last week, and so that closed at $285. It was a smaller home, 3-bed, 1-bath, 1,000 square feet. Madras, I personally think that Madras is going to be up and coming. It might be a great spot for investors to look because you can still get in for a decent home in under $350,000. You're usually under $300,000. Livability is getting a lot better. It's cleaning up a ton. And with all of the cash that's coming into their downtown area, Madras is cutening up very, very quickly. It's a great little spot, and with all the traffic from 97, there's definitely going to be some upside to the Madras area. And then finally, we're going to jump out to Sisters, which is always kind of our outlier. And Sisters, we're seeing an average home sale price of $1.421 million, median of 1.2. We had a high sale out there of 2.75 and a low of 590. Sisters only had 11 homes come on the market this week. We had 6 close and average of just about 2,500 square feet. Sisters, you're looking a little bit more on the acreage side, but it is a super, super cute area. I think most people that are out there, they love it. That's why you don't see a ton of homes come up for sale. And just the setting and the exclusivity really pushes that home sale price forward. So if you're looking to be in the Central Oregon area, you can see that prices are going up, and understanding what market you're trying to be in is going to set you up for quality success. I mean, overall, Bend is kind of the nucleus of Central Oregon, but we're seeing a lot of rapid increase in the Redmond market. It's technically the fastest growing market in terms of per capita growth, but we're net positive 5,000 plus people per year in Deschutes County, and those numbers are increasing in the other counties as well because, well, Central Oregon's a beautiful spot to live. And if, well, you have any questions, feel free to reach out, shoot me a DM, leave me a comment here, hit me with an email. My phone number is 541-815-4136. As always, I'm Parker. I'm selling Central Oregon. This was the Central Oregon Live Market Update. Tune in next week, and I can't wait to give you guys another update as to what is going on in terms of prices here in the